Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Mattel WWE Wrestling Basic Series 102 Constable Baron Corbin action figure. Now this is definitely not the first Corbin action figure they've made, but this one is really nice, at least for my uses. He's in regular clothing. He's got a button-up collared shirt, a vest on top. This guy can make a mobster, thug, gangster, some muscle, a businessman, a civilian, all kind of different uses in my action figure world. And this guy looks to be really tall, which is cool. He looks to be about 7 inches. So let's go and check out the packaging here. Baron Corbin, here he is in the package, black slacks, a vest, white button-up shirt, sleeves rolled up, tattoo exposed. He's got his beard going on. Ages 6+, series 102. The backside here, you can see the rest of the wave. I'm also going to get this Drake Maverick figure. He looks pretty cool. Here's a barcode in case anybody needs it. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. And that was kind of a joke, as he comes with no accessories. But don't forget, this is a Mattel WWE basic figure. These guys are pretty cheap. I happened to stumble across this guy at Amazon.com. He was $9.99 with free shipping. After taxes, I probably paid less than $10.50 for this guy. And if you ask me, that's quite a steal. This guy's pretty big. He's looking to be about 7 inches tall. And we will look at that in more detail later in the video. So this is not the first figure of Baron Corbin they've made, but this is the first one I've ever seen with short hair and irregular clothing. So let's go and check out the figure here. So you can see his head here, like I said before, short hair. He's got a beard there, some stubble going on. He's got a regular white button-up collared shirt, sleeves rolled up. He's got a nice little vest on top of that. A little bit of texturing in there as well. See the tattoo on his arm. As we go lower, he's got some black slacks on, some black shoes. Nothing too special about this guy, but I love the fact that he's in civilian clothing. This guy here in his black slacks, his vest, he can be so many different things. Like I said before, he could just be a civilian. He could even be a businessman, but I'm leaning more so on the angle of thug or muscle, henchman, gangster, mobster. He could be an accountant for them. Pretty much anything you want him to be. Now, I absolutely love using wrestling figures to enhance my other action figure collections, whether I use them for damsels in distress, civilians, thugs, mobsters, etc. I was really excited when I actually stumbled across this guy, and you know what? He was well worth the price. Less than $10 for this regular looking guy. Excellent. The fact that he's really tall means he could be a big guy for your 6-inch figures. He could also be a little bit of a small guy for your 7-inch figures. This guy's sort of a jack of all trades here. So next, let's check out the height of this figure. So from bottom to top here, this guy's sitting at about 7.25 inches, which is going to translate to just a hair above 18 centimeters. And next, let's check out this guy's articulation. So first thing I want to mention, this figure's very light. He's very basic. He almost feels like he's hollow. Not a lot of plastic used. And you know what? That's fine. His price is right. It's a good value of figure. So his head here, of course, you can rotate around. You can look down about that far up and down. Not too much there. Shoulders on a ball joint. Go out about 90 degrees. You can see the ball joint inside of there. Up, down, around, all that fun stuff. Nothing going on here. Single jointed elbow, go in less than 90 degrees. Does have a swivel at the top there. His wrist here, of course, you're going to rotate around. And it's hinged up and down as well. He's got a basic waist swivel below that. T-crotch here, simply go up that far with the legs. Back, really not very much. Single jointed knees. Go in, not quite 90 degrees, but pretty close. And then his feet here, looks like they can rotate around just a little bit. And no up and down motion whatsoever. Like I said before, this is a Mattel basic wrestling figure. You get what you pay for. It's a good value for a figure. And I wanted to take a closer look at the tattoo on his left forearm. The detail on this thing is pretty nice. Even though it's a basic figure, they sure did a pretty nice job with the paint job. A lot of nice detailing there. Just wanted to point that out. Next, let's check this guy out compared with some other action figures. Starting off with some other wrestling figures. Here he is with a couple of other Baron Corbin figures. I thought these guys would be great for some thug, henchmen, biker gang members, something like that. Here he is next to several different various other Mattel Wrestling basic figures. And here he is next to some Mattel WWE Elite figures. Here he is next to some Mattel Wrestling female figures. On the left are a couple of basic figures. On the right are a couple of Elite figures. Next, let's check him out compared with some other different action figure lines from various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style wise, in case you want to mix him with other action figure lines like I do. Here he is next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. You can see he fits in with the 7-inch crowd pretty good. And here he is next to some McFarlane Toys action figures. Then next to some NECA figures. Here he is next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles action figures. And here he is next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. And here he is next to some of his Mattel brothers. Here are some figures from Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse. Then here he is with some Mafex figures. Then next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And here he is next to some Jazzwares figures. So overall, this is a pretty basic figure. I absolutely love him. He's great for my action figure purposes, but he is pretty basic, kind of crappy, kind of cheap. But for $9, how can you complain? This guy is going to fit in great and have many different uses in my action figure world. Batman can beat up on him, Bruce Wayne can work with him, etc., etc. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give him a 6.5 out of 10. The actual figure itself deserves a lower score than that, but I'm definitely going to get at least a 6.5 worth of enjoyment out of this guy. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.